Hello, afternoon. Sorry I had it just on desktop music instead of talking. So I just read through the issue. So let's just take a look at this DXF. All right. So it's not a closed shape, which I'm going to go back and just read that second comment here. I thought I'd extract it, but maybe not. I reloaded it, a Minnesota map, and I do have to re-sketch the cut lines to make it work. Straight lines roll are light blue, and when I redraw it, they turn black, probably because then they're confined or have constraints attached to them, then they turn black. And they're now editable. On the non-straight contours, it's black dots, light blue connecting dots. What's happening here? Okay, let's just take a look here. Okay, these white dots here, that means it's an endpoint. This and this aren't connected. These are nodes, points along a path that are connected. So we have several no connections here. Oops, I'm gonna go back and just see where. So yeah, it's definitely not a closed shape. Let me zoom out again. Top looks good. Middle looks good. Middle and bottom look good. Weird. Yeah, it's not the nicest DXF for how much nodes there are. Weird. That is bizarre. So there's a break right in there, right? So this is called the divide and conquer method. Just by drawing lines through it. That is so bizarre. So there's some kind of phantom break in that. Right there. Fixed. So I'm not sure what editing you want to do, but you should be able to just grab anything and move it around. Should be able to. Of course, you can't. Oh, it's because it's constrained. Wondering why it's not liking those nodes. So that's black because it has a constraint attached to it, and it's white. The white ones don't. Anyways, there's a solid shape now. I wonder if we can reduce that. Just going to try to create a new DXF. See if maybe it's going to come out a little better. At least it'll come out as a solid shape. Go back to this edit. So I'm just going over to this sidebar here, this left sidebar, and I can edit them individually. So I just want to grab this whole thing and move it. Yeah, it's got so many nodes, 536 nodes for that. Just seems like too much. Yeah, it is totally locked in place. Let's see if we got any locked. It's not going to let me move that, eh? Yeah, that is kind of weird. Gonna insert it again, that second one. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like so many nodes for so I'm gonna do something else here. Let's extrude this. I'm gonna just try to get us a cleaner source, because this is ugly. And we go into render. Actually, I could just do it here. Appearance. And we'll use one of the really blacks, which are within our coatings. Design. Just going to switch my background back to white if I can. Nope. There we go. Oh my. Just trying to get the biggest resolution I can without going crazy here. Alright, I'm just going to open up Converto here. We'll run that image back through Converto. Let's do an SVG out of it. That was just an ugly file, I think. Should be able to manipulate it. It was somehow frozen in place. There's a million little weird constraints attached to that thing. There we go. Okay. Back to Fusion. That even feels better how fast that booted up. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's 100 times better. So I just unlocked it there. When it's green lines like that, they're locked. Blue lines are editable unless they got some forms of constraints attached to them. These are all the constraints. And then the black lines are typically ones that are fully constrained. This one knows it's coming off of origin. Its length's not fully constrained, but it's at least constrained in that axis there. So I will export a DXF of this. Let's just turn that whole sketch into a DXF. And but this one should be fully manipulatable when you go in here now. At least you can go in there, or you can go move and just grab one point, I'm sure. Yeah, and just drag it around if you needed to. Or you could double click and grab the whole thing and move it around. Or do what you needed to do from there. It's just way less points out of the one. It's 500 and something, and this is, well, it's still 422, but it doesn't have those clusters of constraints attached to it either. See how every point is white? There's no real constraints attached to it, so that means I can grab up any of these points and just pull it, do what I want. Oh, of course you won't do it now for me though. Okay, that point won't do it, but one of those other ones did. That is weird. Should be able to grab these chunks then and move them. Yeah, there we go. Can't grab the points, but you can grab the chunks. Not sure why not. You can turn it by the point. Doesn't really like moving the points. Anyhow, I'm gonna repost this Minnesota that's a little sorry about the positioning there. But yeah, you should be able to grab chunks of this and move it if you wanted to. Go shift, grab a few different pieces of this, and then move it. I don't know why you'd need to, but yeah. Alright. I will post those files. Hopefully you get something out of that. Take care.